Aftershock, come on, grab your friends. Go to very nearby studios. Alex the Duke K, Tyler the Buckstep. The film will never end. It's Aftershock.
Coming up on this episode of Aftershock,
Alessia enlightens us on a metaphysical store.
Kim teaches tips on how to get through high school.
And Morgan tests students on how well they spot misinformation.
What's up, Cypress Bay? I'm Matthew Maycutt.
And I'm Tyler Buckstell.
And Aftershock starts now.
You know, Matthew, I've never noticed how pretty those necklaces are that you have.
Oh, thank you, but I think these necklaces' value go a little bit beyond their look.
Matthew and Alessia discovered a shop with a crystal clear connection between its workers.
Within a quaint plaza lies a shop, known mostly for its charm and galore of gems, herbs, and more.
We also have like a variety of things of like events, candles, tarot. We also have like a lot of crystals.
But when you take a closer look, the people are the hidden gems.
I like to think of Cunevas as like a safe space for anyone, and it's more than just like a retail store or a metaphysical shop for me and for all of us who work here. We come here because we enjoy like having these day-to-day conversations with people. We enjoy like, you know, kind of being there for people.
You're like, oh, okay.
You could say that adversity here builds people up more than it brings them down.
I went through a period where I was in a really bad abusive relationship, and that's where I kind of took that step for myself to try to better myself even more, and that's where I kind of started seeking that whole spirituality and like just becoming whole and finding the power within.
And that power has been crystallized by the people behind it all.
It's really nice to be able to kind of share those experiences with so many people on a daily basis. Like it's kind of, you can help so many different people in so many different ways that I didn't even know were possible before I started working here. But
Employees usually wish their customers a nice day, but Cunevas employees wish that their customers would stay.
Like that? I got it.
Alessia Levian, CB TV.
What's up, Cypress Bay? I'm Kimberly Blum, and we're starting to reach the point where the year is going to end, and seniors like myself are going to be off and about. So I wanted to give a few tips that I wish I had gotten these past few years. Let's start at the bottom of the food chain, incoming freshmen and the class of 2025 themselves. Freshman year is all about figuring yourself out. I would recommend joining clubs, becoming familiar with your counselor, and finding the teachers that you enjoy their class. Basically, this is all really important because it starts to build up what I like to call your high school career. Sophomores are next in line. The big thing for you guys is to be studying for your SAT or your ACT, and honestly, just have some fun. Also, attend all those sport games and school events because trust me, you're gonna miss them when they start coming to an end. Juniors, you better have your mind set on doing well in the SAT or ACT because that's your main target right now. The big thing to remember though is that you're not gonna have yourself all figured out. You have so much time to find out what makes you, you. For my fellow seniors, all I can say is don't let senioritis get you just yet. We have about 50 school days left, so live in the moment and enjoy these final days in high school. Although, in the end, I can give you guys these tips, but high school is really what you make of it. These are your last few years as teenagers, so enjoy them and explore all that Cypress has available to you. Anyways, that's all the time that I got tips for today. I'm Kimberly Blum, CB TV.
What's up, Cypress Bay? I'm Alex Land, and I am an avid Aftershock watcher. I know these episodes like the back of my hand, and I'm gonna see if you guys do too. So I made some interesting adjustments to some of these clips from past episodes, and you guys have to guess what was actually said.
Aftershock starts now, you animal. Aftershock starts now, you filthy animal.
During the interview, Kerry Winter stated that Barry Sherman asked him to, and I quote, my wife. During the interview, Kerry Winter stated that Barry Sherman asked him to, and I quote, whack my wife.
What's up, Cypress Bay? I'm Matthew Maka, and today I'm going to be going around and asking you guys to show me your What's up, Cypress Bay? I'm Matthew Maka, and today I'm going to be going around and asking you guys to show me your best jerk.
You guys better show me some better Everybody is You guys better show me some better seconds. Everybody is replaceable.
Let me guess, most people would mention the long white beard, the red and white suit, and a round belly full of Let me guess, most people would mention the long white beard, the red and white suit, and a round belly full of Christmas spirit.
The shape you have chosen is a shape you must remove from the honeycomb without cracking it. The shape you have chosen is a shape you must remove from the honeycomb without cracking it.
I'm dead.
That's all from me, Cypress Bay. Have a good time watching the rest of the episode. Alex Land, CB TV.
Tyler, what's wrong?
I don't know. I've just been in the metaverse for so long that I forget what's real and what's...
Here's Alex to discuss the future of this new scary phenomenon.
Today, it's honestly a challenge not to connect with people. No matter where you are, apps like Instagram, WhatsApp, and Facebook have made it easy to bring together friends and family. CEO Mark Zuckerberg has always wanted to connect people, which is why Facebook has changed their name to Meta, which is short for the Metaverse.
Metaverse is much broader than just virtual meetings and just chat rooms. It's sort of the idea that the entire life that we live right now could be exercised in a digital space. Businesses, a lot of people are seeing the advantages of having VR. So for things like virtual meetings, it can add a little bit more of a friendly nature to it. Would I want to be part of the Metaverse? Absolutely not. The amount of data that could be collected from entire body tracking, eye movements, what you look at, that is just something I'm not too comfortable with. I think that's a bit of an invasion of privacy.
And it hasn't just been privacy that's been a concern for people.
The problem that I see with Metaverse or any real social media is the fact that there's filters on everything, and I think that we'll find ways to filter ourselves in a virtual world. When you start to change the DNA of your personality because you now have the technology to do that, I think it's going to lead to disingenuous relationships. But we don't know where it's going to go because it hasn't happened yet. So you create a new universe, because that's kind of what's happening, then you're also creating a new morality.
Even if the metaverse isn't real, Meta won't stop until their fantasy becomes your reality. I'm Alex Duque, CB TV.
In 1971, British astronomers Louise Webster and Paul Merton discovered X-rays coming from the direction of a bright blue star circling a mysterious dark object. It was named Cygnus X1 after the galaxy it was found in, and ever since, black holes have been a mysterious part of our universe that no one quite knows much about. So, what's a black hole? It's a region of space and time in which the gravitational pull is so strong that nothing can escape it. But it's not actually a hole. It's a massive amount of material, dust, and gas that's compressed so tightly that it pulls anything around it towards it. There are three types of black holes: stellar, supermassive, and intermediate. Stellar black holes occur when a star burns through the last of its energy, so it collapses and compresses unto itself. It then collects dust and gas, which helps it expand. Supermassive black holes are between 1 million and billions of times more massive than stellar black holes, and are thought to lie at the center of pretty much every galaxy. Once they're formed, they collect dust and gas from nearby galaxies to help them expand. It was thought for a long time that black holes could only come in two sizes, small and large. But a recent finding from the University of Utah has shown that there can be intermediate black holes, which can be formed when stars in a cluster collide in a chain reaction. They're known as the Goldilocks black hole, as they're not big enough to be a supermassive black hole, but not small enough to be a stellar black hole. With the new discoveries in space, it begs the question, what else is out there? Bianca Jaramillo, CB TV.
Hello, I'm Matthew Meka, and I am CBTV Aftershock's #1 fan. How do I know I'm the #1 fan? Because I am. And today I'm going to show you that I am through this film. You see, most people who consider themselves Aftershock fans aren't real Aftershocks fans at all. They're posers. I bet they can't even recite the line from The Matrix I2Y from episode 428 nearly as much as I can. I bet they don't even know executive producer Michael Orlando's blood type. Like, hello? Fake fan. Psst. Psst. Down here.
Hello?
What's it like being an Aftershock?
Why are you under the table?
That's irrelevant. What are you doing for your
Matthew, get out from under there. I told you.
Oh no,
you can't keep
our cover's been
harassing
blown. We have to go.
Aftershock
We have to make a run for it.
Hey, Matthew.
Okay. So as you may have witnessed, my attempt to see what Aftershock was like was a bit unsuccessful. But don't fret, because I have something better planned for the next time. I'm truly gonna impress them. See you then.
Hey, are you even in Aftershock?
Here's Alex of Sports.
Here at Cypress Bay, we have sports teams for football, baseball, volleyball, and pretty much everything you can imagine, right? Well, maybe not everything. Here's Nicole to tell us about some strange sports she discovered.
What's up, Cypress Bay? So, as one of the most athletically enlightened people at this school,
She's ready to do the hit. The whistles are being blown.
I am going to be counting down the top 3 best sports of all time, according to Nicole Borman. At number 3, we have chess boxing, which is probably a combination of the most contrasting sports of all time. Where there are 11 rounds of the game, there are 6 of chess and 5 of boxing, and you have to alternate between them at a 3-minute interval. Can you imagine being in the middle of seriously concentrating on your next move and then getting absolutely socked in the face? I'm kidding, that's not actually how it happens, but here's a good look at what it does look like. In number 2, we have cheese rolling, which originated in England, where opponents are told to roll a 9-pound wheel of cheese down a mountain and chase it. And it gets like intense, like really intense. The first person to reach the bottom is declared the winner, and you will not believe what their prize is. It's the cheese. The cheese that just rolled down a giant, muddy, disgusting mountain. And finally, in my number 1 slot, we have extreme ironing. This is where opponents take an ironing board and iron clothing in the absolute most bizarre places, like on the edge of a cliff, at a car, or even skydiving. Listen, I don't think I even ironed this before I got on camera. That's embarrassing. So as fun as all of this looks, I think I'm gonna stick to TV. I'm Nicole Borman, CB TV.
For Cypress students, we see a long journey as climbing the stairs to the top of the 900s building. But for track and field pros, their domain is the marathon run. Here's Sammy to tell us about the infamous tale of the 1904 Olympic Marathon.
Running a marathon can be quite the daunting task. So what happens when you put 90-degree weather, rotten apples, and rat poison into the mix? The result you get is the 1904 St. Louis Olympic Marathon. This would be the first time the US would host the Olympics, and needless to say, they were pretty poorly organized. And with the marathon being at its forefront, its downfalls were a huge reflection of the games as a whole. The track was made up of 7 hills, had only 2 stops for water, and had roads of dust and cracked stone, causing only 14 of the 32 runners to finish. Thanks. One hurdle runners faced during the race was the severe lack of water they were given. In order to bypass this, one runner by the name of Thomas Hicks was given an unusual mix of egg whites and rat poison to get through the race. Despite this, he still managed to cross the finish line, but we'll check back on him later.
Hey, over here! Runner Fred Lors thought the same thing. In fact, to get a leg up on his competition, Lors hitchhiked his way over to the finish line, only getting out of the car to run the last 5 miles. Thanks.
Once word got out that he cheated, his first place medal was revoked and he was disqualified from the race. Thanks. But the most interesting runner of the race was none other than Felix Carbajal, who trotted his way up from New Orleans to St. Louis, reaching the starting line minutes before the race even started. But that's not all. His insufficient funds prevented him from getting food or water, leaving Carbajal to compete both famished and thirsty. What did he do to get by, you ask? He unknowingly feasted on some rotten apples in an orchard near the track. Despite this, he still managed to finish in 4th place. So who placed first, you might ask? Well, it was none other than rat poison enthusiast Thomas Hicks. Crossing the finish line, being carried in by his 2 other team members, Hicks lost 8 pounds during the race and famously said, "The terrific hills simply tear a man to pieces," referencing the 7 hills on the track. Finally, it's over. And that's probably what many runners thought when they finished 1904's most grueling marathon. Second again? I thought the car might have helped. Wait, no, I didn't cheat, I swear. Dang it. I'm Samantha Perez, CB TV.
That's all for this week's Lightning Athletics. I'm Alex Land, and back to Matthew and Tyler.
Tyler, did you hear that President Biden stepped down?
No. Seriously?
No. Gotcha. But Morgan did go around the Bay to ask students what they thought about the latest fake news.
What's up, Cypress Bay? I'm Morgan Haggett, and did you know that Kim Kardashian is suing Kanye West over defamation? No? Well, that's because it didn't happen. Today, I'm going to be going around asking students whether or not they know fake news. So, what was your guys' reaction when you found out that the Queen died from COVID this morning?
Wait, she died from COVID?
No, what?
I did not see that. Wait, she died from COVID? Yeah, I knew that was going to happen too.
Why are we laughing? This is so bad. We should not be laughing, guys. Yes, she did. She did? Yeah. No, get this off camera.
I'm not laughing.
I hope she's okay, but like, she's dead. How is she okay? She'll be okay.
How do you guys feel about Elon Musk releasing a flying car last week?
A flying car? I mean, slay, I guess, like.
Oh yeah, I heard of that. Did he take it to Mars? Wait, no.
And I know for a fact that didn't happen because I would know and I would want one. So that did not happen.
You would want one?
I'd want a flying car. Who wouldn't? You wouldn't want a flying car?
I mean, technically, isn't it just a plane? How do you feel about Kim Kardashian finally suing Kanye West for defamation?
She's suing him?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Well, listen, she really shouldn't be putting her down like that. So I understand. Yeah.
How do you guys feel knowing that all this news that I told you is fake?
I've been bamboozled.
Damn, dog.
That's cool.
It's all right.
It sounds very real, and I might just be really gullible. She got us for a second, because she did have COVID.
Listen, I almost and I almost lied. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's horrible that she died. That would have been a horrible thing.
Looks like you guys are more gullible than I thought. I'm Morgan Haggett, CB TV.
That's all for this episode of Aftershock.
If you want to watch previous episodes, subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on all social medias at Cypress Bay CBTV. I'm Tyler Buxtell.
And I'm Matthew Maycutt. Thanks for watching.